let's see what we got in the market. All right, we got some movement from gold. Maybe you get a reaction in this area. Big resistance for gold. Yeah, move off of this area somewhere within here, possibly for a move up from gold. 4 hours still bearish. This just look like liquidity right here. All right, so looking at gold right now. So first thing we want to do is mark up support and resistance. All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to mark up support and resistance. So let's see, what areas can we mark up for support and resistance as we're looking up gold? So you can see we have a support right here. So for support acts as a floor in the market. All right, so for support within trading in the foreign exchange market, as you can see, it acts as a floor in the market. And then now we're going to look for resistance. So resistance acts as a ceiling in the market. All right, so basically we marking up support and resistance. Support acts as a floor in the market, and then the resistance acts as a ceiling. So just to give you guys an example of what some support is that you'll be able to see in the market, you can see right here, this area was a support, right? Price, as you can see, expanded up above it, came back down, used this area as a support again, right? Bounced back up. You can see it also came back down in this area, also used it as another support. All right, so that's basically a very, very significant support area within the market. So now for resistance, acts as a ceiling. So as you can see right here, in this area, we had a resistance. So what happened was when the market, every time the market, right, every time the price of the market decided to come up in this area, it resisted and went the opposite way. So you can see it came up to this area, dropped, came up to this area, rejected again, and dropped. All right, so right now, what I would say is for gold is that we're kind of moving sideways. So if you can see, we're moving in between these two ranges right here. So you can see this support area and then this resistance area that we have right here. And what you can see is the market is basically moving sideways. We don't really have any trending movement, okay, with gold. So essentially with gold, and for my particular strategy, it is best when the market is actually trending. So let's say for example, what is trending in the market? So trending in this market is something like this, right? You can see gold was trending down, and then now essentially what is it starting to do? It's starting to move sideways. So when the market is moving sideways, it's called something called consolidation. All right, consolidation. So what's happening right now in gold, as you can see, is not essentially trending like it was right here or like it was in these areas where you're able to catch clean setups off of these quarter points that I have marked up. Okay, so now what that leads me into is, what is quarter point? So quarter points, quarter points, all right, or also known as, can be also known as major levels. So we're gonna put slash major levels in the market. So for quarter points and major levels within the market. So, and this also ties into, right, support and resistance. And what this strategy, what it's doing is it's basically accumulating something that's called confluence. All right, so what we're looking for is confluence within the market and seeing how that we can increase our win trade percentage, if that makes sense. So we're going to basically try to increase our probability of winning certain setups as long as we're following our rules. So for these quarter points, as you can see, we have every $25 marked within the market. And within these $25, you can see there are something that's called rejection. So if you see right here, this can be considered a rejection. So let's make this yellow. All right, so you can see we have a rejection right here at this support and also at this quarter point slash major level 39.75. And now you can see we have another rejection here at this support slash major level. And then you can see we have another rejection here. So we have 3 rejections at this support and major level. So let's say even still, all right, we can, if we're trading live within the market, and you can see the market went ahead and made a push up. Okay, the market went ahead and made a push up within the market. Right, price went up, and as we seen, price came back to this level, and we see this rejection red candle right here. What we could essentially did was wait for the close within that area and go ahead and set up for a buy position. All right, so now when it comes to using these major levels and these quarter points for a take profit, essentially what we can do is we can actually go ahead and make it go to the next quarter point. So what I mean by quarter point is the market tends to move off of every $25 in price action when it comes to trading gold. Okay, so right now we just have gold moving sideways. Let's see what else we have. We have Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is probably gonna try to make its way up. Looks like it's rejecting off of this right here. So Bitcoin looks like it's breaking through this resistance and it's trying to make it a support. So basically when a support or resistance is broken, when support or resistance is broken, price tends to come back and retest it. All right, so when support or resistance is broken, price tends to come back and retest it. So it looks like we have a resistance area right here. Boom, as you can see. How do I know that this is a resistance? Because there's a lot of price activity and a lot of price movement in this area. As you can see, You have multiple taps, multiple price ranges within this area. So what can essentially happen with Bitcoin is it looks like it's trying to break through this resistance, and it essentially could be trying to retest and go back up, or it can start rejecting and start heading back down. So one thing that I learned with Bitcoin is that the best time so the best time to trade Bitcoin is New York session, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the best time to trade Bitcoin is the New York session at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the simple fact that this is where a lot of movement actually happens within a market when it comes to Bitcoin. So if you just want to take a look, for example, on why you only want to really trade Bitcoin during the New York session, and you can basically catch moves. So if you could just look, all right, so for the orange, this is essentially the New York session. Okay, so you can see the movement, all right, that Bitcoin makes in these New York sessions. All right, so how are you able to capitalize and make money off of Bitcoin? So the best thing you want to do is you want to wait for the market to essentially start trending. Okay, so now as you can see with these lines that I have on these charts, these are major levels, okay, within the Bitcoin market. So what these lines stands for is every thousand in price. So you can see right here, we have 62,000, 63,000, 64, 65, so on and so forth. And if I want to go down, you have 61, 60, 58, 59, so on and so forth, all right? So every morning, or not even essentially every morning, you can see Bitcoin has been trending down, where you can see how it's been rejecting off of these levels, right? These major levels where you're actually able to catch trades on a day-to-day basis, okay, by leveraging and trading off of these levels right here. So for example, one entry that I would have had for Bitcoin would have been, all right, so one entry that we could have had for Bitcoin right here on a Monday morning, you can see price went up, came back to reclaim this level, retested right here. So we could have had a sell entry off of this level, which is the 65,000 level. The stop loss would have been right above the structure high. And then now for the take profit, we can go from level to level. So the thing is with Bitcoin is that trading it level to level, and what I mean level to level is marking up every $1,000 within the market, is that means no matter what trade that you're in. So let's say I would have took this sell entry, right? And I just took it down to the next level. Okay, so the entry would have been at 65,000, and then the take profit would have been at 64,000. So let's say entry 65,000. I would have took profit, take profit, profit, 64,000. All right. So now let's say I would have took this entry right here. Okay, then the stop loss would have been around stop 65,500. Stop loss 65. 1,500. Boom. So this, let's say we would have had this position. Okay, we would have woke up at Monday morning. Okay, came to the charts in New York session. We would have seen this movement. Boom. See price come down and break and close below this level. Reclaim it. Boom. So now let's say we would have entered this. So if we would have entered a 0.01 lot, we would have made $100. So now if we would have entered a 0.10 lot, we would have made $1,000. $1,000. Now 1.00 equals $10,000. All right. So just playing and entering Bitcoin right off of these major levels, right? You're able to catch 1,000 pips per move. Okay. You're able to catch 1,000 pips per move. Okay, so you're able to catch 1,000 pips per move by trading from level to level and putting your stop loss at, okay, one of the most recent structures, all right, whether it's a high, low, or whatever the case may be. All right. So now let's say even still, okay, let's say we missed this position, okay, right here. Let's say we missed that position. We'll still have, right, chances to get back in. So you can see what happened. Price came down, went, rejected, closed below this level, then entered. So now, boom, you would have one trade. And now another position would have been right here, but this risk reward would have been higher because, right, the stop loss would have been right above the recent structure. Boom. So this trade would have been a 1-4. This trade would have been a 1-7.1. Okay. We also have price again. So you can see we have a rejection here. And then we have another rejection right here. So this is just so amazing when the market is actually trending. When it's consolidating, oh my God, this is a killer. But when the market is actually trending, you can see how it's rejecting off of these major levels. So this level right here is 63,000. This one, 64,000, right? 65,000. So you can see as long as the market is trending, all right, and you're able to leverage these major levels to find entries, all right, to find positions within the market. So you can see this would have been a sell entry, another sell entry, right? Boom, another sell entry. It even came, all right, during London session, came back, touched again for another sell entry. So you're able to trade, right, off of these levels. Boom. Let's say you have here market drops below this level. Boom. And now you can see right here we have consolidation. So right? You're able to make money within these ranges, within these areas, but it's more so better when the market is actually trending, right? When the market is actually trending. So let's say, all right, consolidation, consolidation. You can see the market consolidating. Now, it might even be a buy position that actually happening off of this area right here. So you can see the market for Bitcoin during New York session. You can see it went up. All right, it was going down. Right, it went up, broke through. Now you can see it's looking like it's trying to head and touch this level right here. So you can see the major levels. Okay, so major levels when trading Bitcoin, major levels when trading Bitcoin is very important, right? So trading Bitcoin, when you're trading Bitcoin, the major levels are very important, which is every $1,000. So major levels can be considered every $1,000 in price for Bitcoin. So if you're a little confused on what I mean by every $1,000, just to give you guys an example, you can see these little lines that I have going across, that's going across my chart. These are the major levels that I already have pre-marked up. So what this is an indicator, but I actually paid for this indicator. But before I was able to get this indicator, all you have to do is just put a horizontal line going across, and it'll be literally similar or the same exact thing. All right. So look, boom. That's one thing that we have for the major levels. 1 second. So you can see for Bitcoin, if you wanted to test this level for a buy, wouldn't it would have been able to test this level. You can see like it's heading here. Bitcoin, GU, can GU drop? GU don't want to drop, man. GU is just trending up. GU's trending up, bro. Looking like want to come back here. Maybe. Like GU might want to come like back here or something like this. Something like that for GU, for Bitcoin. See Bitcoin. So basically, what a rejection is. So if you're new, stopping by, click the link in the description. You could join our free Telegram where I give out free signals, free trades, and you can also use the same exact broker as me. So look, if if you're just tuning in, feel me, click the description below, join Telegram, and it'll show you how to open up, fund a trading account, everything like that. So what you want to do is, right, for entries, right, we want to look for rejections at major levels. So for entries, look for rejection at major levels. All right, so for entries, you want to look at rejection at major levels. So what is a rejection? So what is an example of a rejection? So a rejection is when the market, okay, approaches one of these major levels. So as you can see, these major levels are marked up every 1,000. So a rejection is when a market comes, right, and approaches a level, but it wicks the level. So this right here, so that means at one point this candle was green, all right, it rejected and wicked the level, okay, and sold and went down to the next level. So now that right there would have been 1,000 pip move. Okay, so now you're able to trade from level to level, okay, utilizing, right, 0.01. So this move from right here, if you would use a 0.01, $100, right, $100. So if you don't have a trading account already, all right, you can click the link in the description below and yeah, start trading with me live. You know what I'm saying? So now that's one example of a rejection. All right. So this right here, right, a rejection. All right. So now this right here, another rejection. So like I said, this right here is Bitcoin. You're able to trade Bitcoin per level. Okay, so you're able to margin day trade it. If you don't already, okay, you're able to click the link in the description of this stream and create a trading account. Or you can also join the free Telegram where I will give out free trades. And bro, you can just run it up for free. Be doing these calls every single day. So you can see we have another rejection. Okay, if we go right here, another rejection, and where would it take profit be? The next level, which is the next $1,000, which is 1,000 pips. So this move right here to right here is 1,000 pips. So, right, 1,000 pips. This is the potential that you can make depending on, right, your lot size or whatever the case may be. So let's say I have $500 in the account, right? So for this particular trade right here, I would have risked about $58 to make $100, right? For this particular trade right here, would have risked about $20 to make $100, right? This one right here, $30 to make $100. So you can see, like, you don't need a lot of money when it comes to trading. All you just need is the right strategy and the right broker. So that's why I'm giving away the sauce for free. So all you gotta do, click the link description, join Telegram, man. Giving out free sauce. So look, we got a rejection right here. So let's say, all right, yo, you seen a rejection right here, and you decide to enter here. Boom. Let's say even still you put your stop loss, let's say halfway, all right, to be safe, right? If you don't see no structure, we put our stop loss halfway. But now even still, market comes back again, London session, and reject again. So you can just see all the rejections that are happening. You can see all the rejections that are happening from these levels within the market, right? Now, all of them might not be as pretty as you're seeing right now, but throughout the day, you're able to catch a various moves. So, right, let's say even for here, I have rejection off this level. And this is even in consolidation. This is not even, right, in a trending market. Let's say you just catch that. Just like that. Boom, another rejection. So then now, crypto, you can day trade Bitcoin slash crypto 24/7. So you can trade Bitcoin 24/7. So what you want to look for in the market. So you can see you have right here. For entries, look for rejection major levels. Take profits. Take profits to next major level. Stop loss. Most recent structure. All right. So now you can see we have this Bitcoin rejection right here. You can see the market is trading. So if you guys don't know, there's a variety of ways that you can invest in trading to crypto, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You can day trade it. So when you're day trading it, that means you can make money whether the market goes up or down when you're day trading crypto. And how you're able to do that is basically with the broker that I use. So all you have to do is click the link in the description below. Also have a free Telegram where you're able to tap in and lock in with me. You feel what I'm saying? So you can see right now for Bitcoin, what it was doing structurally. All right, Bitcoin has been going down, and I believe Bitcoin is going to go to 30,000. It's just a matter of when. All right, so structurally, you can see it's going down. Boom, boom. Then we have the shift, all right, which is this breaker structure. So now when the market was going down, boom, you can see once it pulled back into this area, instead of it going down to make another low, right, it stopped, rejected, and basically put in this high. All right. So now, all right, I'm like, all right, cool. So now once we see that, it's like we're essentially starting to switch from going down. So as you can see, we've been trending down. And this is when the market is best to trade in, especially not only just trading on Bitcoin, but all different types of things. So I trade gold, NAS 100, GBP USD, GBP JPY. So you're able to trade currencies, able to trade metals, which is gold, silver, platinum. You're able to trade indexes such as NAS 100, Dow Jones. You're able to trade Bitcoin, right? So you're able to not only invest to Bitcoin long term, you're able to actually trade it on a day-to-day basis. So you can see what Bitcoin is doing right now. So Bitcoin has been going down, and I believe it's going to go to around 30,000. Also, want to see Solana drop a lot also, because if Solana drops, then we'll be able to invest into Solana long term. I'm talking about like put thousands of thousands. So you can see it's sitting at $77 right now. So we're able to invest into that long term. But while I am wanting to see Bitcoin go to 30,000, we're able to actually day trade it. So you're able to make money whether it goes down, as you can see, whether it goes up. And the best thing you want to do is trade these things when they're in trending markets. So you can see Bitcoin was going down, 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 and then it started essentially moving sideways. So what sideways is, that's something that's called consolidation. So we don't want to be in a market when it's consolidation. We want to be when the market is trending. So you can see we have rejection off of this 60,000 level to the upside after getting this market structure shift. So now we want to see Bitcoin play this next level right here. Let me see. All right, boom. So look, see, Bitcoin is ripping right now off of this rejection candle right here. So if you're new, what I'm going over how you can actually go ahead and start live and day trading Bitcoin within the foreign exchange market. So a lot of people only know about trading Bitcoin, where it's, oh, I want to buy Bitcoin. Oh, all-time high this, all-time high that. Yes, that's amazing. You can trade it like that, but you can make a lot of money trading it on a day-to-day basis just like this. So you can see all of these yellow areas, right, are significant because I just went over and broke down how you can enter off of major levels within Bitcoin. So for the major levels to be considered with Bitcoin, it's $1,000 in price. You can see how it's reacting right now, right? So just simply knowing, so like, you're simply knowing that the market reacts at major levels. So you can see even this area right here, major level. This area right here, major level. So you can just see various amount of rejection off of these levels. Boom. All right, for gold. Gold is going to be at a very interesting area. It, the thing is with gold, it's been going down, like it's been melting. So like a lot of these buys just been like little pullbacks. So like these buys, pullbacks. So like I want to really see for gold if it's going to start creating some type of, we do have a demand right here. We have a level right here, 40.25. So maybe we try to reject this area and start heading back up this way, or it's going to keep going down. So for gold, I'm a little bit iffy in the middle. I'll probably wait until like New York session. I'm going to wait for New York session to see what gold has to offer. Like it can go like this, but gold, like it's been tanking. So like all those buys been temporary. So like even if I go to the 4 hour, let's go to the 4 hour. It looks a little better for gold. So you can see gold this morning and went up to this resistance right here. And gold is not really trending right now. To me, it's in this range of just consolidating. So like after After gold did all these moves down here, like these are like the best time to trade gold because it was trending. So like you only want to really trade when the market is trending. So now you can see it's starting to move side to side, especially after rejection of this right here. So like you either want to see something like this, like come down here, or maybe it comes something like this. But like you just gotta be patient when it comes to gold. Patient when it comes to gold. But yeah, yo, if you're just tuning in, you could click the link in the description below. Join the free Telegram. Also, if you want to see what type of broker I use Genesis FX. Very cool broker. It's very beginner friendly. So for gold, this is what we're looking for right now. You can see it's kind of consolidating in this area. For Bitcoin, I just showed this. You can see it's pumping right now. It rejected off of this area right here. Broke, came back, retested. Now it's probably gonna go to this next level. Where you can see you can catch a variety of trades when it comes. You could just see a variety of rejection off these levels. Look, you can see Bitcoin rejection off these levels. Day trade. Look, right now it's up 600 pips. 600 pips. Up 600 pips right now. Yo, running right now. Bitcoin running. You can see playing off the major levels. Yo, if you're just tuning in, click the link in the description below. Join the free Telegram. Also, create a trade account for free. You can trade with me live and take these same trades every single day. I'm going to be going live, giving out free souls, free trades. Feel me? So you can see this is up 700 pips. This is up 700 pips. 700 pips, 700 pips. Let's see. Look. Lot size. So look, you can day trade Bitcoin / crypto 24/7. The market never closes. So if you look right here, you can see it says Saturday, Sunday. So you can look, the market is still moving within these areas. But if you go to like gold, you can see Saturday, Sunday is nothing in here, right? So it will close. So gold closes at Friday 5 p.m. Opens back up Sunday 5 p.m. So you can see there's no price right here. But with crypto and Bitcoin, you could trade 24/7. So you can see this trade right here that's being placed and taken off of this major level, which is the 6,000 level. As you can see, it's currently up around 700 to almost 700, 30 to 50 pips, just from this one move right here. So you can see a 0.01 lot size will equal $100, 0.10 thousand, 1.0, which is standard lot size, will enter 10,000, will make you $10,000. So trading off these major levels, you're able to actually catch 1,000 pip moves. So what I do is for my entries, I look for rejections at major levels, which is marked up at the every $1,000 in Bitcoin. So for example, this level right here is 6,000. As you can see, my take profit for this will be 61,000, which will basically be 1,000 pip move. Okay, and what I do is, all right, I identify the structure within the market and look for rejections off of major levels. As you can see with these yellow areas where major levels have been rejected, where you're actually able to profit and make money off of Bitcoin, crypto. As you can see, when the market is going down, you're still able to make money. And also you're able to make money when the market is going up, as you can see right now with this trade being up over 700 pips. So level to level, okay, will be 1,000 pip move. And for 1,000 pips on like certain other currency pairs, you'll need this big crazy move. But literally, just because how volatile and how much money is in the crypto market, you can see how, and just literally just this one candlestick was about 500 to 600 pips. All right, so learning crypto is very, very cool for the simple fact that if you know something that's called market structure and how the market actually works. So as you can see, the market has been trending down for some time now, and these areas is where you would have been able to benefit and profit within trading Bitcoin. Okay, you can see it's rejecting and bouncing off of these areas. So you can see this area right here is the most recent one, which is 60,000, and it's shooting up. All right. So how the market works, as you can see, the market moves in waves. So just even start from here. You can see market made the shit down, pull back, another shit down, pull back. So you can see the market is moving in waves. So that was another wave, right? So now what happened in this area, there's something that's called consolidation. So consolidation is when the market moves sideways. So you can see within this area, it's not really anything clear, but you can see even within that consolidation range, there were still, a couple positions and things of that nature that you would have been able to take. Um, this is basically the most recent position right now. As you can see, it's pumping just in one candlestick. This is literally 750 pips in one candlestick. So let's say, all right, y'all want to start with, let's say $500 in the account. I can use 0.01 lot sizes by entering off of these major levels and taking them to the next major level where I can make $100 per trade. You get what I'm saying? Or let's say I use a 0.02 and all right, now I'm making $200 per trade, right? And then now for this, let's say for instance, if you were entering this trade with a 0.01 lot size, the take profit would have been 100 and you would have been risking probably about $30, which is around 1 to 3 risk to reward. So it's just all about, having the right strategy. All right. So let's see what we got in the market.